Hey guys, Alex here from Homeschool of Bel Air. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my homeschool planner for this school year. If you guys are interested to see how I put my planner together for this school year, stay tuned. Okay, so for today's video, I am in my dining room. It might be kind of echoey. For some reason, this room is just echoey. The kids are playing upstairs and I don't want to bother them. And we also got our puppy back from obedience training. And I don't want to leave her alone down here just yet because we are still doing a little bit of training exercises throughout the day just to kind of get her back used to being at home because she was away for almost 3 weeks. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is go over my homeschool planner. I'm probably going to go ahead and turn the camera around and just kind of show you guys the planner itself. I don't want to have my big old face on the camera the whole time trying to show you this, but I do want to go over a couple things before I show you the planner. So the planner itself, I put it together with just everything free printables. Everything from Calendar Pedia to Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus. I believe that's the website. Everything in here is completely free. The only thing that I paid money for was the actual binder and some of the binder dividers and obviously my homeschooling planner stickers. But all the printables that I actually used on my planner were free. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn you guys around and show you guys some of the pages that I put together to create my planner. Okay, so this is my planner for this school year. This is just a 2-inch binder that I got actually at Goodwill for $1. And then I wasn't sure if I was going to use this particular binder for my homeschool planner, but then I ended up finding this on Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus, and I thought the color matched perfectly, so I went ahead and got this, or printed this one out. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up and show you guys how I set it up for this school year. So on this side here, I just have an extra calendar page. This is just for the month of July. Our school year does not start till August, the first week of August, which is going to be Monday the 5th, I believe, this year. So for my little dividers that I used for my planner, these are actual folders and they're like a hard plastic. And these are folders that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I purchased about 5 of them. I can't remember how many, but I think it was 5. And they were already hole punched. So all I really did was I just kind of sized them up to the size of a regular paper. And I went ahead and cut them. So I made little dividers. And I also made divider tabs, which I will show you later. And I will try to go up to my computer and show you guys how simple it is to make these dividers. So let me go ahead and show you guys real quick. So when you first open it up, obviously we have this page here. And I didn't pick it because of what it said. I picked it just because I like the colors of the flowers. It just says young, wild, and free. And again, these are folders, so it's going to be like student folders. So the first page here is I printed out from Calendar Pedia. I went ahead and printed out the rainbow calendar page for 2019 and the one for 2020. And all of these are completely free from Calendar Pedia. This is just a calendar that I had actually from a couple years ago that I found in one of my old homeschool planners. And I just stuck it in here. I figure I can probably use it for something. If not, it's okay. It's really pretty and I just stuck it in here. And I cannot tell you where this is from. So, yeah, I have no idea. It doesn't say anywhere on the page where it's from. And here I also added one of these from the Dollar Tree. And this is just a little page with a bunch of different size Post-its. And I got this a couple years back and I use it quite a bit, but it still has plenty of Post-its left. So that is what I stuck up here. So my first divider is birthdays, and I'm not going to show you guys all of my family members' birthdays, but I just like to have it here because I am the one in charge of calling and making sure that my husband is reminded to call people for their birthdays. So it is very important that I keep my birthdays up to date. So the next divider is my weekly schedule. I printed this out through Calendar Pedia. And they had a sheet that had 2 of them, and then they had a sheet that had 1. The way that this is used, here it says, on the actual page itself, it says time. And these were some of their student planning pages that they have on Calendar Pedia. I'm going to try to link as much as I can on the description box. So what I went ahead and did was I covered that up because we don't really do it by time. I do it by subject and then obviously by day, depending on what day they're going to be handling that subject, because we don't do everything every day. We have all the different subjects that we're handling for each one of my kids. And then all I did was I added a check mark next to the day of the week that we're handling that subject. So like that, I just know if it's Monday, I know what they have to do and what I don't have to worry about them doing like that. Their days are already kind of mapped out. And I did the same thing for Evelyn. So that is how we're handling our weekly schedule. And the next one is the daily schedule. This one I don't want to fill out just yet. This one I want to fill out as we start doing school, because I do want to write down the times, because I do want to, not necessarily because I'm going to time the kids, I do want to see how long it actually takes us to do each subject. And then because a lot of you guys do ask me sometimes how long it takes me to do certain things, like that I can actually have a response for you guys. So that is what this is for. So my next divider is my year at a glance. And that is pages from Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus. And I did customize it a bit. The way that she does it is her school year starts, her year-round pages start in July. So I just kind of covered up the months and filled them out because we start on August. This again is not completely filled out because we do, things are changing every month for me. My husband is going to be traveling a little bit, so I did add some of his travel dates just so I have them in mind. But other than that, I haven't really filled out much, just our first day of school. Next tab is my planning schedule. Now for the planning schedule, this is just like my year-round planning schedule. This is just where I jot down however many days we completed for the school year, what weeks we take off of school, how many weeks we actually completed for each month. And this is divided quarterly. Now this is from Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus. This one, her year-round sheet goes from July to June. Now we homeschool August to July. So I ended up having to cover up their July calendar, and I added the July calendar for 2020. And for quarterly, I just added a sticker that represents each quarter. So that is how I'm mapping this out. Now, usually every school year, we do take a week off every month. This year, I'm not planning that just yet, only because, like I said before, my husband's going to be traveling a little bit this year for work. And I'm almost considering taking whatever weeks off that he's going to be in town, taking those weeks off. And then whenever he's out of town, obviously go back to school. So I don't want to do this just yet until I know exactly what days he's going to be out of town and which days he's actually going to be in town. So that is my, the yearly, or this is like the year-round planning schedule. The next one is attendance. Now I'm really bad with attendance. I feel like as long as we're doing all of our work, it doesn't really matter as long as we complete our days. But this year I kind of want to be somewhat good about it. I really do, but we'll see. The orange highlight that you see is the weekends. And then usually the pink is whatever days off we take off. And then the blue is the first day of school. So I only filled out the first couple of months for now, and then we'll see how well I can keep up with this one. Okay, and now for my next divider. So the next divider, I just call it my accountability checkoff list. I just realized that with me trying to plan these last couple of school years, I'm pretty bad at planning. These next couple pages is just more of a visual as to where we're at and what we need to complete for the school year. Now, the way that I broke it down was with the curriculums that I really, really want to complete for the school year. So I didn't do it for everything that we're doing. I only did it for the things that I'm really more on the anal side about completing. So the first area is my language arts. So now for the language arts, what this is my hardcore trophies curriculum. And this is broken down into obviously the 3 kids. So we have Vincent's hardcore trophies, Adrian's, and then Evelyn's McGraw-Hill reading. And the way that I'm doing it is I just went through the table of contents for all the books and I wrote down all the stories that they have to read for the school year. Now, every story counts for a week. So each one of these is a week of work. For Vincent, there's 29 weeks for his hardcore trophies. For Adrian, there's 30, and then for Evelyn, there's 30. So each one of these, again, is a week. So as we're completing each week, I'm just going to be checking them off. And like that, I also have a visual as to what story we're reading next. And then I can look it up and see if there's any activities that I can find based on those books, other than the activities that he gets to do. Sometimes I try to look up more hands-on type of activities. Like for instance, Vincent's first story is Officer Buckle and Gloria. And I already found a little activity for that first week of school, which is just a little safety tip. He has to come up with his own little safety tip. So again, I do better with checkoff lists. So this is going to be, I feel like it's going to run a little smoother. So the next area, I just ended up printing out the table of contents for Evelyn's other little workbook she's going to be working out of. This one is pretty simple. It's just 1 page a day. So all I'm really doing for the week is writing down the day of the week next to the page that she's going to be doing on whatever day. So that is how we're handling this one. Next, planning pages. This is my reading page. So for the reading page, this is for the All About Reading. And the kids already get a sticker page that they get to sticker on every lesson that they complete. But this is just more for me. So I have more of a visual as to, you know, how many lessons we already got done, how many more lessons we have left, how many more days of the school year we have left. So like that, I can really figure out if we need to double up on a week or if we can actually take it a little slower and just do 1 a week. So I'm really hoping this kind of helps me out. I also did an area for the books. So like that, as we complete the books, I could also check off the books. And I did it for all 3. So this is for Evelyn for level 1, level 2, and then level 3. That is the All About Reading page. The next page is the math page. So Vincent is going to be doing teaching textbooks. And all I really did was I wrote down the disc. Because if you guys aren't familiar with teaching textbooks, there's 4 different discs per grade level. Each disc has 30 lessons per. So again, I'm just going to be checking off as we're doing the lessons. Once we're done with that CD, then I have an area to check off. Okay, we're done with that CD and off to disc number 2. And same thing, check off the disc. And like that is, again, it's going to be just a better visual for me to see where we're at. So that is his math checkoff list. The next one is social studies and science. This one is only broken up into 2 students because Vincent and Adrian do it together. So anytime I color code with the boys, Adrian tends to be more of a blue and Adrian's green. When I do it together, I try to do it more of a teal, just so I kind of know. The teal didn't print out very well, but it was supposed to be more like the color of my folder. So anyways, the way that I did this is I broke down the lessons by chapter and then lessons, and then obviously they get a review. So as we're doing the lessons, I can just check off, and like that I also know, okay, tomorrow we're going to be, or next week we're going to have a review. So again, it's just more of a visual and I don't have to write so much stuff down. And then Evelyn, same thing. And then this one here is for science and it's the same thing for both. And then the last one is history. And for history, this is something we do only on Fridays, obviously. And the way that I broke it out, because sometimes I'm completely lost as to what track we're on or what disc we're on. So I basically just took the CD, the case, and I just typed it all up so like that I have a checkoff list for that. So every disc I have the chapters and then the track number. So like that I know what track, because we do the audio for Story of the World. So like that, once we're done with all this, I can just cross this off and we're on to disc 2. And then the chapter number and the track number that chapter is on. This is the one for history. And then that is the only thing I'm really doing this for. Everything else, I'm not really too worried about. This is our core type of subjects that I really need to make sure that we complete. Everything else I know we'll complete. A lot of the other stuff that they're doing is less than 30 weeks, so I know we can finish. Yeah, so that is how I am pretty much planning everything out. So the next divider is my actual planning area. So this, I have the monthly dividers, and it's August, September, October, November, December, and then it goes up to January all the way to July. So the first page, it is a planning calendar page, and this is from Calendar Pedia. I already have my first day of school planned out. For birthdays, I did put stickers for birthdays. I didn't write people's names because I just, I have the other page, so I don't need to double up. Like this, it just reminds me because I look at this more. It's just going to remind me, okay, today's someone's birthday. Let me figure out whose birthday it is, like that I can call them or text. So that is my first page here. Obviously, throughout the school year, this is going to be getting filled out with notes or whatever I need. If I need to go to the library, I can just write in here, okay, we need to go to the library on Monday. So right now it's blank. Again, we haven't started our school year, and I haven't really started to plan a lot of this out yet. So these are my planning pages here. This is the planning pages from simplypreschool.com. These were free, and these I've used in the past, and I tried using something different this past year, and I just kind of came back to these. I just like these a lot. I like the layout. I use some clean ones so I can show you guys how I'm actually customizing them. So they're pretty basic. They're pretty just plain, simple, black and white. It has an area for the subject, obviously the days of the week, to do. It has a goals area, the date area. It has a Saturday, Sunday, next week. And then it has an area for notes and reflections down here. So the way that I'm actually using them and customizing them for what I'm using them for is I am obviously using the area for the subjects. Instead of the goals, I changed it to week. So like that I have the week number. And then I did leave a little area for to do, but then on this little side, I ended up making it part of my geography, my United States geography. So I went ahead and wrote down the state that we're doing. And then for this United States geography, we're only doing it 4 days a week. So it's just kind of broken down into the 4 different days. So like that, I can just check them off as we do them. So for the weekend area, I made one area, the Evelyn Weekly Focus area. The other ones are for Chicano Studies. And then for arts, and then down here for the notes and reflection area, I ended up doing it for our Friday work stuff. So this is mainly for the boys. And as far as the boys go, they do their draw and write, social studies, science, geography, and history on Fridays. And then obviously our art. So that is kind of what I'm using this area for, because I'm leaving this Friday area for Evelyn's work and whatever else we need to complete if we don't complete it for the week. So I kind of want to leave that area bare. But as you guys can see, I'm not writing too much in the planning pages. I'm trying to do it pretty minimal since I do have my checkoff list. But other than that, I think these pages are going to work out just fine. Like I said, I've used them before. So for right now, I've only actually done the first month and just kind of filled them out. I'm actually having a lot of fun with the washi tape and all that good stuff. So we've already done this whole month. I haven't actually done all the actual planning. I've just done the customizing. And then, yeah, so that's it. So that is what I have so far as these planning pages. I do have a folder in the back, and in the folder I do have extra prints of the planning pages in case I need to change some out or add some. And then towards the back, all I added was a little pocket thing with stickers. And these are the stickers from the Happy Planner. And I wanted to get teacher ones. And when I had gone to Walmart, they didn't have teacher ones. They just had regular ones. But I found the teacher ones through Amazon. And I wanted them more because it gives you more teachery type things for like a teacher's planner type of thing. So it's very colorful and it's really pretty. And I want to say it was like $12. At Walmart, I did get this sticker book from Walmart, and this was, I think, $6. And this is just a regular planner, but I really like the stickers and I like the colors. I felt like they go really well with my planner. And then I just have a couple other little stickers, and some of these are some that I got for free through, I want to say Highlights magazine. And then these I got at the Dollar Tree. And then this one here, which I rarely use, was from the Target Dollar Spot. So that is all that I have for my planner for this school year. I'm going to go ahead and do now, because I did get a lot of questions a couple years back when I made my tabs. I'm going to try to take you guys along and show you guys how to make a simple little tab like this one. Okay, so real quick, I have you guys on my computer. I already opened up PowerPoint. PowerPoint is what I usually use. I've never really used anything other than PowerPoint. So all it is I just opened up a blank page, and all you want to do is go up to the tab that says Shapes and scroll down to Basic Shapes, which I usually do circles. And usually what I do is I have these little hole punchers, and I have the 1.5 hole punch, and then I have the 1-inch hole punch. So this just makes it a lot easier. And if you guys have like even like a 2-inch one, then like that, you know how big you want your circle. So I usually use my 1.5-inch circle. So then I just make sure that the circle is 1.5 in circumference all the way around. So here I'm noticing that it's a little big. There we go, 1.5. So that is going to be the circle that I use for my tab. So now when choosing the color, all you want to do is make sure that your circle is highlighted, and all you do is go to the little paint and pick whatever color you're going to use. Let's just say red. And obviously you're going to have the outline. I usually get rid of the outline, so I go to either no line or red line. And then from there also, most of these shapes are going to have a shadow. I like to get rid of the shadow, so you go to line effects, and up here where it says shadow, you go to shadow and you turn it off. And then okay. And that's your little circle, and that is how you get the little tabs. Then all you really have to do for the text is pick your text box. I usually just add it to the side here. You can pick whatever font you want. I have a bunch of different fonts, but I'm just gonna do the one that is recommended. And type in, you know, whatever your tab, you want your tab to say. And then all you have to do is bring it in here and then size it down. Usually I like to pick the font to be white, and then I can easily size it down by choosing the different, the little size, which is up here. And I hope you guys kind of understand that. I mean, if you guys have used any kind of PowerPoint in the past, it should be somewhat easy. So it's basically just that. And usually for the circles, you don't even have to do it again. All you want to do with the keyboard is hit Command D for duplicate, and it'll duplicate that circle. And then you can do as many as you need. See, I just hit duplicate a couple times and it made more, it made a bunch, and then you can just click on it and change the color if you need to change the color for different color tabs. Obviously, you are going to have to change the outline also. Make sure you don't forget that. So what color is that? Yellow, and then orange. You want to make sure you change the line also. That's why I sometimes like to pick no line, because then you don't forget. And then you have a different color line. So that is it. So you change the color, and then you can just add your tab name to each one of the tabs. And once you print it out, all you need to do is get your little hole puncher and punch them out, and you're ready to go. Okay guys, so that is it for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That always helps me to know that you guys are enjoying these types of videos. So for now, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.